Welcome to Drive with John, and today we're going to do some questions, and we're always going to give a why behind each answer. Question 1: where are you not permitted to stop? Is it A, in any no parking area, B, within 5 meters from a bridge, C, opposite a vehicle parked in a 10-meter wide roadway? The correct answer is B, within 5 meters from a bridge. The reason behind that is because visibility and line of sight gets hindered when you park near a bridge. So if somebody is approaching the bridge, they won't be able to see the bridge if you've parked close by to the bridge. The next thing is emergency access. In a case of an accident or emergency, rescue vehicles need clear, unobstructed access around the bridge, and a parked vehicle could slow down the response times. Okay. Then the third possible option for this is because of structural safety. Certain bridges are often weight sensitive and have specific structural considerations. Okay. And then the last option explanation is traffic flow. Many bridges are narrow and have no shoulders, so parking near them can obstruct traffic and cause congestion. So it will force other vehicles into dangerous maneuvers. That's why we've chosen option B, and that's why option B is correct. Question 2: if the driver behind you indicates the intention to overtake, you must. Is it option A, keep as far to the left as possible? Option B, not drive faster? Option C, make a hand signal to allow them to overtake safely? Option D, A and B are correct. Option E, A, B, and C are correct. So the correct answer is option D. A and B are correct, and A and B are keep as far to the left as possible, and B, not drive faster. So the reason why this is the case is because the driver behind you has indicated that they are going to overtake you, and there's no obstruction in the front for that driver except you, and they are going to overtake you. So that's why you do not drive faster and you keep as far to the left as possible so they can pass you safely without any accidents taking place. Oh, hold on. While you are learning, can I ask you to take a second to please click on subscribe, like as well, and please share this with somebody that you know will need this. Thank you. Let's continue with the video. Question 3. At an intersection, if you are turning right, you must yield to oncoming traffic. That's option A. Option B. At an intersection, vehicles have the right of way over pedestrians. Okay. Option C. At an intersection, if there is no other traffic, you can regard the stop sign as a yield sign. Correct answer here is option A. At an intersection, if you are turning right, you must yield to oncoming traffic. Reason why we yield at the intersection is because oncoming vehicles are usually going straight or they're turning left. So if you turn in front of them without yielding, or in other words stopping, checking and moving when it is safe to do so, you could cause a collision. That is why we yield before turning right at an intersection. Question 4. What is the maximum period that a vehicle may be parked in one place on a road outside an urban area? Maximum time is 24 hours. The reason behind that is because of safety. Vehicles left for long periods on the side of the road can become a hazard, especially in rural, high-speed areas. They might block visibility or cause accidents. Another reason is traffic flow. Even though roads outside urban areas might seem less busy, parked vehicles can still obstruct traffic, especially on narrow or single-lane roads. Another reason is emergency and maintenance access. Roads need to be clear for emergency vehicles and road maintenance or farming equipment. A parked vehicle can get in the way of this, and this is not good. And the other option available is to prevent abandonment. Can you imagine an area filled up with cars that have just been abandoned? There'll be chaos, and it will be crazy. So limiting parking time helps prevent people from abandoning vehicles on the roadside, which can become an eyesore or attract vandalism. That's basically the whole idea with why the rule is there, that you can only park a vehicle for 24 hours in a specific area. Next question. What may you not do? Option 1. Run the engine if your vehicle is unattended. Option 2. Use your vehicle without a cap on the fuel tank. Option 3. Spin the wheels of your car when pulling off. Correct answer is all of the above. So you cannot run the engine of your vehicle if you are not inside the vehicle. You cannot use your vehicle without a cap on the fuel tank, and you cannot spin the wheels of your car when pulling off. You cannot leave your engine running due to safety concerns, whereby the vehicle can actually take off and hurt people. The next thing is you can't run your vehicle without a fuel cap on the fuel tank. That is very dangerous. A small spark of fire can start a big explosion with your car. The other thing is the spinning of the wheels of your car when pulling off. That is a no-no. You're going to be basically creating noise pollution every time you're taking off. So that is a no-no. Question 6. Where or when may you not overtake another vehicle? Is it option 1, as you approach the top of a hill? Option 2, on the approach to a curve in the road? Is it option 3, if your view of the road ahead is limited to 100 meters because of smoke? Or is it option 4, all of these are correct, which means all of the above are correct? Or is it option 5, only A and B are correct? So the correct answer is option D. And option D or option 5 states that all of these are correct. Those options are: you cannot overtake a vehicle as you approach the top of the hill. Reason is because you cannot see oncoming traffic, and that will cause danger. The other answer is you cannot overtake another vehicle on the approach to a curve in the road. Also, due to visibility, you can't see the oncoming traffic. You'll try and overtake and you will end up having a head-on collision. And then the other option is if your view of the road ahead is limited to 100 meters because of smoke. Also, due to visibility, you cannot overtake because you cannot see what's happening in front of you. Question 7. What must you do if you see or hear an emergency vehicle with flashing lights and or sounding a siren? Is it option 1, flash your headlights to warn other traffic? Option 2, give the emergency vehicle complete right of way. Option C, switch on your emergency lights and sound the hooter. Well, definitely not option C. Also, definitely not option A. The correct answer is option B. Give the emergency vehicle complete right of way. It explains itself. The vehicle is an emergency vehicle. It is rushing to either put out fire or it's got a patient in the vehicle in the case of an ambulance, and it's basically a life and death situation. That's why you need to give right of way. The best way to give right of way is to look to your left, look to your right, do full observation, and move to the direction where it gives space to the oncoming emergency vehicle. That's how you do it. Question 8. When may you drive on the right hand side of a road with traffic moving in both directions? So option A, if the emergency lights of the vehicle are switched on. Option B, if a traffic officer orders you to do so. Option C, under no circumstances. Okay, correct answer is option B. If a traffic officer orders you to do so, you need to obey the traffic officer because they are controlling traffic and they will know why they're moving you to the other direction of the road. Okay, perfect, nice and easy. Question 9. What is the legal speed limit? Okay, A, outside towns and cities, it is 120 kilometers an hour. B, it is dependent or determined by the number of lanes. C, as displayed on the road signs next to the road. Correct answer is C. It is displayed on the road signs next to the road. The reason is because each area or each road is designed in a way that your speed needs to correspond to its design. So if it is not a freeway, you're not supposed to be driving 120 kilometers an hour because that road might have sharp turns and it might have oncoming traffic that's getting onto the road as well, and that will cause catastrophic issues. So that's why it is shown on the road signs next to the road that you're driving on. Always check and make sure you know which speed you need to be driving on. Question 10. Under which conditions may you not obtain a learner's license? Okay, is it option 1, if you already have a license for the same class of vehicle? Option 2, if you are declared unfit to obtain a driving license for a certain period and that period is still applicable? Or is it option 3, if your license was temporarily suspended and that period has not yet expired? Okay, so the correct answer is all of the above. They are all correct. If you already have a license for that same class vehicle, why must you get another license? Doesn't make sense. If you are declared unfit to obtain a driving license for a certain period and that period is still applicable, you are unfit, you cannot get a license. It is simple as that. You're not able to drive, that's why you can't get a license. All right, and then the last answer is if your license was temporarily suspended and that period has not yet expired. That's when you, for example, a learner's license holder, and you take the car yourself and you go and drive. The traffic officer stops you, they've got the right to suspend your learner's license. The last question: when driving, you must keep both hands on the steering wheel. That's option A. Option B, your view of traffic to the side must be clear. Option C, your shoes must have rubber soles. Very interesting. Correct answer is you must keep both hands on the steering wheel. Okay, so that answer does not state that you must keep both hands on the steering wheel at all times. No, you are allowed to adjust your hands, and also you will be changing gears. If you're driving a manual vehicle, you will be changing gears. So not both of your hands will be on the steering wheel at all times. However, it is recommended to have both your hands on the steering wheel when driving. Hold on a minute. I just checked my analytics and it shows that 95.3% of you that's watching these videos are not subscribed. May I please ask you to subscribe? As you've reached the end of this video, please do subscribe and share to anyone that will need this content. I've also noticed that the 25 to 34 years old people are the majority of people watching these videos. Can I please ask that you share this video to your youngsters, anybody that you know that's young, between the ages of 18 to 24 or 17 and above, please, so that we can grow this channel and get more safer drivers on the road. Thank you so much for your subscription. We appreciate that. Thank you very much and have yourselves a lovely day.